What if everything you thought you knew about the Bible was only the tip of the iceberg? What if hidden within its pages are secrets that have been deliberately kept from the masses? Truths that could change the way you see faith, history, and even the world itself. From lost books to mysterious codes, from radical teachings to concealed prophecies, the Bible holds revelations that challenge everything we've been told. But why has this knowledge been buried? Who decided what should be revealed and what should remain hidden? Today, we uncover the secrets they don't want you to know. Brace yourself, because after this, you may never look at the Bible the same way again. 1. The lost books of the Bible. Many people believe that the Bible is a single, unaltered book handed down through history. But in reality, numerous texts were excluded from the final canon. The process of deciding which books made it into the Bible was complex and involved church councils, political influence, and theological debates. Some of the most well-known lost books include the Book of Enoch. This ancient Jewish text describes the fall of the Watchers, a group of angels who descended to earth and took human wives, leading to the birth of the Nephilim, giant hybrid beings. Though referenced in the Book of Jude, it was left out of the final biblical canon. The Gospel of Thomas, a collection of 114 sayings attributed to Jesus. This text suggests a mystical interpretation of Christ's teachings, emphasizing personal enlightenment rather than institutionalized religion. The Book of Jubilees, sometimes called Little Genesis. This book expands on the stories of Genesis, including detailed accounts of angelic beings and the origins of various laws. Why were these books left out? Some scholars believe that early church leaders wanted controlled doctrine and removed texts that challenged established teachings. 2. The Bible's mysterious numbers and codes. Numbers play a significant role in biblical prophecy and symbolism. Some believe that hidden messages and codes are embedded within the text, offering deeper insights into divine mysteries. The number 7. This number is associated with divine perfection and completion. It appears throughout the Bible. God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh. There are 7 seals in Revelation, and 7 churches are addressed in the book's opening. The number 666, mentioned in Revelation 13, verse 18, this infamous number is often linked to the mark of the beast. Many interpretations exist, ranging from it symbolizing a Roman emperor like Nero to a future global leader. The Bible Code. Some researchers claim that hidden prophecies and messages can be uncovered through equidistant letter sequencing, ELS, a technique that finds patterns in biblical texts. While skeptics argue these findings are coincidental, believers see them as proof of divine design. 3. The true nature of angels and demons. Contrary to popular belief, the Bible does not describe angels as the soft, winged beings commonly depicted in art. Instead, biblical angels are often fearsome and otherworldly. Seraphim. Described in Isaiah 6 verse 2, these 6 winged beings surround God's throne and continually proclaim His holiness. Cherubim. These are mighty creatures, not the baby-like angels often shown in paintings. In Ezekiel 10, they have 4 faces, human, lion, ox, and eagle, and move like flashes of lightning. Fallen angels. The Bible speaks of angels who rebelled against God. Lucifer, later called Satan, is the most famous, but other fallen beings are mentioned, including those bound in chains, Jude 6. Similarly, the concept of demons is often misunderstood. The Bible describes them as spiritual entities that influence human affairs, possessing individuals in extreme cases. Some scholars believe they could be the spirits of the Nephilim, the hybrid offspring of fallen angels and humans. 4. The role of women in the Bible. Throughout history, the role of women in the Bible has been both highlighted and suppressed. While many assume the Bible is male-dominated, a closer look reveals powerful female figures who played crucial roles in biblical events. Deborah, Judges 4-5, a judge and prophetess who led Israel to victory against its enemies. Mary Magdalene, not just a follower of Jesus, but one of the first witnesses to His resurrection. Some believe she played a much larger role in early Christianity than is commonly acknowledged. Priscilla, a teacher and church leader in the New Testament, mentioned multiple times alongside her husband, Aquila. In contrast, certain passages have been used to justify restricting women's roles. Some scholars argue these were influenced by cultural norms of the time rather than divine decree. 5. The shocking teachings of Jesus. Jesus' teachings were radical in his time and remain revolutionary today. Many of his messages challenge established religious and social structures. Forgiving enemies. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Matthew 5, verse 44. This was a countercultural message in a society that practiced revenge and retribution. Rejecting religious hypocrisy. Jesus openly condemned religious leaders who were more concerned with appearances than genuine faith. Matthew 23. Equality before God. He spoke with healed and valued outcasts, including tax collectors, prostitutes, and Samaritans, groups that were often despised by society. 6. Prophecies that came true. Many skeptics dismiss biblical prophecy, but there are remarkable predictions in the Bible that align with historical events. The fall of Babylon. Isaiah 13 predicts the destruction of Babylon long before it happened. The rebirth of Israel. Ezekiel 37 describes the reassembling of a scattered people, which many believe was fulfilled when Israel became a nation in 1948. Jesus' life and death. Dozens of Old Testament prophecies, including Isaiah 53's suffering servant passage, align closely with Jesus' crucifixion. 7. The controversial apocalyptic visions. The book of Revelation is filled with cryptic imagery and warnings of the end times. Interpretations vary widely, but some of the most debated elements include the four horsemen, representing conquest, war, famine, and death. They are believed to signal major world crises. The mark of the beast. Many speculate this could be a future form of global control, possibly through digital currency or biometric identification. The new heaven and earth. Revelation promises a future restoration where suffering and death will be no more. Revelation 21, verse 4. The Bible is more than just a book of history and doctrine. It is a collection of mysteries, hidden truths, and spiritual insights that continue to challenge and inspire people worldwide. Who decides what we should or shouldn't know? And why are certain teachings emphasized while others are downplayed? Perhaps the real question is not what they don't want you to know, but rather, why